Hello everyone, this is Anthony Andujar Jr. of Fanboy Factor and the Comic Surfer, and I'm here with the Laserman. It's good to see you again. How's everything?
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be back here on Fanboy Factor with my friend Anthony. He's been doing some great interviews, and I'm happy to be interviewed today. So, since the last time I talked to you, a lot of developments have happened in my life. First of all, I moved from the Bronx, where I had been living for the past 25 years, to my new co-op in Harlem. I really love the location. It's great, but that meant that I had to take off some time from creating my comic book to do the move. But since then, I have still managed to print and produce Laserman issue number 3, hot off the press. This is Laserman versus Chrysalis and the International Organization of Morticians. If you recall, last time I spoke about a consortium, an evil empire, a 21st century Illuminati for the space age of 13 of the most dangerous supervillains, and Laserman faces them in this issue. As promised, there's also a special supervillain. Her name is Chrysalis. She's a moth, and a moth, if you know, will never stop going after the light, and so she's a perfect villain for Laserman. So, I moved to Harlem and published issue number 3, and what I'm currently here at New York Comic Con for this year is to find a publisher and for Laserman to be in every comic book store and available to everyone around the world.
Awesome. You know, most of the time when it comes to comics, usually it's always consisting of a team of people. You know, you got a writer, you got an illustrator, an inker, colorist, letterer, but you seem to be approaching everything with an auteur approach, because you're not only writing this book, but you're also illustrating it, lettering it, coloring it, everything from the ground up. Like, what are the challenges that come with that?
Well, I'll tell you, my hero Will Eisner had a famous quote: "The writer and artist must work as closely as humanly possible, preferably sharing the same body." Now, by that he meant, obviously, that no two people can share the same body, that the writer and artist must be one person, or at very least, it must be one singular vision. And I mention that because I want to stress that this is my artistic vision. It's cover to cover, non-stop art. There's no advertisements. It's and I want this. I've created it as a work of art, and each issue. This is now issue number 3. Each issue I feel you can read as a standalone issue. And as I mentioned, my goal for this weekend at Comic-Con is to get a publisher. And I'd like to express to the publisher that with these 3 issues, I feel that they can be combined to create one solid graphic novel with a beginning, middle, and an end. Of course, the stories of Laserman and his adventures will go on and on, but with these 3 issues, I feel I'm at a good point in my life to get some further reach to Laserman, to get him in with better distribution and so on. And after 3 issues, I feel like I've got the package together.
Awesome.